What's going on, everybody? Tony Odo Fit here. It's going to be the first YouTube video on this channel, and today we're talking about pro hormones that I've taken, my experiences, if they're worth it or not. They're all legal pro hormones, and first of all, I'm not promoting anybody or trying to force anybody to take pro hormones or any kind of supplement. But like me and many others, we all hit a plateau. We all work out as hard as we can, try to get as big, strong, or lean, and we're all just trying to get to the same end goal in the end. And sometimes we just need a little bit of enhancements, just like creatine, protein. So first, I kind of just actually want to talk about PCT. Also, real quick before I start, I'm definitely not like a supplement expert. I'm literally just gonna be talking about my experiences and just sharing a little bit of knowledge of what I know and things I've gone through taking these supplements. So first of all, like I said, I'm gonna be talking about PCT. My favorite PCT was Arimiplex. This was the main one that I would take after my cycles with pro hormones, and I'm telling you, this was a powerful one. Most of the pro hormones I took that I'll be explaining, I kept a lot of my gains and a lot of my strength. So the pro hormones do actually work. Most of them, and some people say, have mixed reviews. Some people say, oh, this didn't do anything for me. This is the worst pro hormone, waste of money. Well, there's a couple things that go into this. You gotta eat. You gotta have a really good diet. You gotta eat. If you're trying to lean, you gotta have a clean diet with the pro hormones. If you're trying to bulk, you gotta have, I'd say, at least 4 to 5 meals and be hitting your protein goals and all your macro goals. So you do have to put in a lot of work. Like, these pro hormones aren't going to do much at all if you're not going to put in the work. So like I said, Arimiplex as the main PCT. I also would throw in a Sigma by Gorilla Mind. This was another really good one. It just helped boost your testosterone naturally. So if any of these pro hormones were testosterone boosters, this would help just kind of keep it elevated at a natural level, so your testosterone doesn't just crash after you've been taking a supplement like that. So I really do recommend this one as well. The bottle I don't have, I'll pop it up on the screen. Novofarm Genesis 1. That one's a really good one. I also threw in with my PCTs basically every time I'd finish a cycle. So basically, for all my pro hormones, I did the same amount of cycle besides one of them. I'll be going over that. So I always did time on equals time off. So if I was on 2 months, I would do 2 months off. Also, it's just really good. So that first month off, I'd be doing my PCT, and then after the second month, I would obviously be taking nothing. And those three PCTs, in my opinion, were the best. So now on to the pro hormones. The first one I'll be telling you about was one of my favorites, but is now actually banned because it was too powerful. So this one was called 1-testosterone. I'm telling you, this one was awesome. Definitely got to say, I felt pretty awesome on 1-testosterone. I gained a lot of strength, a lot of size. I basically used one test as a bulk. I've used it for when I was bulking. One test, I was eating a decent amount, but not as much as my last bulk that I did. I think I was trying to scarf food down, and it was hard for me to eat a lot. I've always kind of been a skinnier guy, but I think I was doing 3 to 4 meals, I want to say, when I was on one test. But let me tell you, my strength shot up. I was struggling with like 275. I went up to 315 bench as my new PR at the time. So that was awesome to hit 315. I never hit 315 before. Took this one test. I think after the first month of taking it, it really started kicking in. Strength, pumps, it was all insane. I'm not even gonna lie. That was one of the best pro hormones I've taken. But a couple side effects though I did encounter with taking one test. The first one was back acne. I had some pretty bad back acne. Nowhere else on my body, just my back. I am an acne prone person. I grew up with a lot of acne. I also don't recommend taking pro hormones when you're younger. I started taking them, I was 29, I'm 30 now. So I was only taking them this past year. I've been off them for a while now. So I thought it'd be fun to just share my experiences, but I definitely recommend pro hormones for experienced lifters and I'd say late 20s, because another thing that I did notice taking 1-testosterone was slightly puffy nipples and a little bit irritated, itchy sometimes. So What I took for that was Arimistane. This is one of the best estrogen blockers. Oh yeah, I'm not even saying the companies. So all the companies I usually like to take was High-Tech Pharmaceuticals. That's one of the best companies for the supplements that I've taken. They're all like, I had really great experiences with them. Nothing bad. Obviously, there is going to be side effects with some, but let me tell you, I took the Arimistane. The nipple problem was gone in super fast. You don't want to stay on this. You only want to stay on it until those side effects kind of disappear. So basically, with one test, pumps were insane, strength went up. And that's all I really have to say about one test. It was awesome. Had a really good experience. I was kind of bummed when it got banned. They say it's going to come back out, but it's probably not going to be the same. It probably won't be the same, obviously. They're going to have to make it different and not as strong. The next one, I'll pop it up on the screen here, Halodrol by High-Tech Pharmaceuticals. That was also a really, really good pro-hormone. I took that one by itself, took one testosterone by itself, and Halodrol, I had really good experiences. I built even more strength. I think I was getting up to 335 bench for one, but I did gain a lot of strength, size. Not a lot of size, but I did put on a little bit of size. But one thing that did happen when I got off Halodrol, I did not feel too good. I felt like my motivation crashed, my drive, my lifts were not good. And that was even when taking, at that time, I didn't know about all the other PCTs. I think I was only taking the Arimiplex after that Halodrol, and I don't think that was enough, to be honest. I think you need a little bit more with the more powerful pro hormones. But other than that, Halodrol, I don't really have much to say about it. I didn't have any side effects besides just good ones, strength and size. Andriol and Decadurabolin. I took the Andriol by itself. It didn't really do much for me. It can definitely help if you're low testosterone. I've seen a lot of reviews online where people have taken Andriol and it's boosted their testosterone a decent amount. So it does work by itself, but I decided to take Decadurabolin together. These two combined, I feel like was a really good, like lean muscle mass. I feel like I leaned out a lot, so I really wasn't going for strength or PRs that much at that time, but I did notice I leaned out a lot and gained really good lean muscle. So yeah, I think at that time I was benching 335 for one rep, but that could have been also from the past cycles of the Halodrol and the one test. And my squat, I was squatting a lot at the time too. I think I was hitting 3 plates squatting. Also, with Decadurabolin and Andriol, I didn't really have any side effects. It was mainly just lean muscle, like I said, and a little bit of strength. And it worked really good. It did what I wanted it to do. Like I said before, they're not going to just do all the work for you. No supplement, even steroids, nothing's going to do the work for you. You still have to put in the work in that diet and train like hard. You got to train hard. You can't just go into the gym and go in there and do the movements and expect to get jacked, ripped, whatever you're trying to do. You got to put in work. It takes a lot of work. But Decadurabolin, Andriol, they were good. Lean muscle, like I said. I was pretty lean at the time. The next pro hormone, I think you can call it pro hormone slash like growth hormone. I just thought I'd go over it because it was one that I've tried. It's actually MK677. It's not a pill form. It's you just squeeze it in your mouth with the syringe, and you can kind of. That's cool. What's cool about it too. You can control the dosage you want to take. I was taking a low dosage. I didn't even do a full cycle. I'm not sure if I liked it too much. It's supposed to. Sometimes it'll give people extreme hunger, so I did take it at nighttime. I did notice a lot more veins coming in. The pumps were actually. They were getting insane before I stopped. I stopped because I was taking it like for a month before I went on vacation. And since I went on vacation, I stopped and I just kind of just never hopped back onto it. But I was only taking 18 milligrams, which is really low dose for MK677. I didn't want to get any crazy side effects. But yeah, other than that, with MK677, you can get extreme hunger. So I'd suggest taking it before you go to bed, so you kind of sleep through the hunger. But I did have a pretty good experience on it. Maybe if I continued, it would have been better. But the month I was on it, I was getting veins, and like I said, the pumps were awesome. Even my strength just kind of stayed. I was able to keep repping out the same kind of weight I've been doing. Now, my 2 favorite pro hormones I've ever tried that I would definitely take again if I want to take pro hormones. I'll pop it up right here. Blackstone Labs, Chosen One, and Brutal Force. These two combined were insane. My strength shot up like crazy with reps. I was using it as bulking, so I was eating 4 to 5 meals a day. I gained a lot of weight, not like in a bad way though. I did get, obviously when you bulk, you're gonna get some fat, but the size that I gained on that was insane. I was benching PR 365 bench. I was able to rep 315 like 6 to 7 times, which was insane. Those two pro hormones, they're definitely not a beginner pro hormone. I was working out really hard at the time. Not only did it help with strength and size, it really just helped like my endurance in the gym, my motivation. I would wake up and I'm like, dang, I'm ready to lift. Like I'm ready to go. Those were two of my favorite pro hormones for sure. Basically like all the other pro hormones, the pumps were insane. I did, like I said, I built a lot of muscle on it. I think I gained at least 5 pounds on that cycle. And then, so I did do my 3 favorite supplements for my PCT, and I think with those 2 pro hormones, I kept a lot of my size and my strength. When I got off, I'd say after a couple weeks, my 315 for 7 reps probably went down to I would say 3 to 4, and my 365 bench definitely struggled. I think it kind of went down and I had to work my way back up to it, but I mean most of my strength, size, and everything stayed. That was one of the pro hormones cycles that I've tried where I've actually kept strength and size, which was awesome. I really struggled being really skinny my whole life. I've really been serious about the gym for about 2 years now. I've been really hitting it hard. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Tony Odo Fit. Instagram's where I post the most. You'll see my PRs and just physique updates. And I post a lot of my story and stuff. I'm definitely going to be posting more on this YouTube channel here about basically about pre-workouts, supplements, workouts, and basically what works for me. And I just want to share my journey out there. I'm working hard to get to where I want to be, and I have a lot of goals set. So it'd be cool if you'd follow my journey and we all just kind of go through this together. Okay, a quick little detailed thing about pro hormones is you can experience lethargy, being lethargic. So you can get really tired sometimes. I only experience it sometimes. I can't really remember which pro hormones really made me tired, but I always kept a supplement, I'll pop it up right here, called Citrus Bergamot. That was an awesome supplement. I feel like it really helped my lethargy. Also, 2 things. Even though they say these supplements don't affect your liver, it's still going through your liver. It's a pill. And I just wanted to be safe. Pop up the supplement right here. It was called Liver RX. I took that one with all of my cycles, the recommended dose. You always want to play it safe. You want to go a little bit above and beyond when you're taking supplements like this. Even though they say they're safe, oh, it won't affect you, this, there, that. But I still did vitamins. I did the Liver RX. And another good one, I'll pop it up right here, is Tudka. Tudka's another really good liver support. I would take that as well. Other than that, I really just wanted to share my little experience here and my thoughts on pro hormones. I'd say if you have worked out for a few years and you're like, dang, I hit a little plateau. Like, I wish I could take something that would help me out. I wanted to try them out. I wanted to see what it would do, how it would make me feel, and most of them I felt really good. No bad side effects. Had the strength increases that I wanted, the size gains that I got, and with hard work and diet, I kept a lot of my gains, which is exactly what I was trying to do. Other than that, I think this is a great first video for my channel, kind of showing everyone what to expect on my channel. Besides workout videos, I'm going to be talking a lot about supplements. I do a lot of research. I see what it does to the body, and that's how I decide kind of what I'm going to take and if it's something that fits for me or not. I look forward to making a lot more fitness and workout related videos for this channel. Like I said, please like, subscribe. Thank you all for watching. If you got anything to recommend in the comments, any questions, please feel free to comment. Hit me up on my Instagram. I'll always reply. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.